see 2017 go. I'm gonna let you guys. 2017, rough year for me. 2017, first time I threw up from drinking this year. So I'm 35 years old. I got to cross it off my bucket list. Call it the bucket list because I'm pretty sure at some point I got some in a bucket. Someone groaned, all right? I'd never thrown up from drinking before for a couple reasons. The first is that this guy is like a lockbox, right? Like it's like a black hole covered in an adorable amount of belly hair. Things go in, they don't come out. It's like a CIA black site, but for cupcakes. The second reason is that when I was doing most of my binge drinking in college, I was a bit of a dandy. And you know, it's like very easy to get wasted when you're drinking tequila shots or Jaeger bombs. It's a little harder when you're doing raspberry vodka and ginger ale all night. Harder to get wasted on that. That's one step above just filling a sippy cup with Zima and going, it's lit! But I'll tell you what finally did it. What finally got me to give it the old boot was going to a wedding with my ex-girlfriend. Yeah, I know now, everyone. Because it was a recent breakup, and when we broke up, we were already invited to this wedding, so all we knew is that we had to go. Like, I don't know how important it was for me to go to that wedding, but I knew that if she was going, it was extremely important I go to that wedding. Like, what I didn't account for, though, was that when I got there, not everyone knew that we had broken up. Yeah. So about the fourth time somebody asked me, hey, when are you two getting married? I realized that if I was drinking, I didn't have to talk to anyone. The wedding was in Napa, which was wine country, and they make these like very beautiful, fruity wines. And I think the best way to enjoy them is chugging. That's what I was doing, just pounding them back, getting that wine in me as quick as possible. If there could have been a funnel involved, I would have used it. That's absolutely true. And I'll tell you the last thing I remember from that evening is being in the Uber back to my hotel room. And we were about 10 minutes away from getting to my hotel room. And the wine goes, you know what, can you let me out here? And I barely got the door open. And I don't use the word torrent lightly. But just, I gave the woman a very generous tip at the end of the night. The next day I woke up and someone was pounding on my hotel room door trying to wake me up, just slamming on it. And I was really irritated until I realized this was not my hotel room. I'm not where I'm supposed to be. The privilege of being annoyed goes to you, sir. And I opened the hotel room door, and there was a maintenance man standing there. I will never forget what he said to me when I opened that door. He said, huh! It seemed like a bit of an overreaction. But I said, what do you want? And he said, I don't know if you remember. I didn't. You couldn't get into your room last night, so we just put you in an empty room. But I've opened your door, and your room's ready for you if you want. I was like, oh, okay, I understand what happened. I picked up the one shoe I'd managed to get off and headed back to my room and saw why he had reacted that way. My entire beard was just covered in red. Yeah, it was horrible. It looked like I had seen a human-sized grape and just ripped his throat out with my teeth. And now I'm like some sort of horrible wine vampire. Cursed to only drink hard liquor lest I strike again. So I'm seeing a therapist now. I started going to therapy this year. It's not a big deal. I get down about my weight. I get a little depressed about it, but I'm a work in progress, like it says on my Kathy mug. And I went to the doctor, and the first thing he did was weigh me, which I found very surprising because I had not told him that's why I was there yet. He just knew somehow. I found out something very surprising. I found out that right now I'm 320 pounds and I'm the heaviest I've ever been. And the problem with that statement is when you're 320 pounds and you're the heaviest you've ever been, there's an implied so far at the end of that sentence. Right? No one hears 320 and thinks you're at the top of a bell curve. No math fans tonight? I wouldn't even know what to do if I lost the weight, right? Like, what am I gonna do if I lose all that weight? Like, Drew Carey is hosting The Price is Right already. I'm not gonna wait around until he dies. Like, I hear Subway Sandwich needs a new spokesperson. I can take that over. It's good he's in jail. People throw, we got him, you guys. My doctor was asking all these basic diagnostic questions. He said, well, if I told you to stop drinking or doing drugs for medical reasons, would that be a problem? I said, absolutely not, no problem. He said, okay, well, looking at your family history and what you'd like to accomplish, I think you should stop drinking and doing drugs for medical reasons. I said, well, that's going to be a big problem. And I explained to him the wedding was like a one-off incident. I don't drink that much normally, but I'm a comic. I like to have a beer with other comics after a set. It's not a big deal. He said, okay, I think I understand what you're telling me. You're like a little kid at a birthday party who wants cake, but can't have any because he has diabetes. And I said, why would you say diabetes to me after all we've shared? And I asked him, I said, well, what if I want to keep coming here for treatment, but I want to keep drinking? And he said, well, Casey, this is a guilt-free clinic. And what that means is I'm going to give you treatment, and you can take it or not take it, but if you choose not to take it, we're going to lower our expectations for you. Guys, I don't think he knows what guilt is. That's it. He got it in one. Like, did he think that when I was there for depression, he thought I was there for some more depression? There you guys, I'm Casey Malone. Thank you very much.